I come this evening as a mother on a mission, speaking to other parents and one-day parents who are on that same mission. One of the greatest titles or roles that I have is mom, mommy, ma. And one of my biggest responsibilities is that of properly stewarding the precious gifts that God has entrusted me with, these lives, these souls that have to spend an eternity somewhere. I had heard about these sexually inappropriate books before on social media and news stories, and I had no doubt that the crazy liberal states such as California were proudly displaying these books for all to see. But when I heard that these sexually inappropriate books were right here in our own public libraries within reach of our children in this county, I was both shocked and disgusted, to say the least. And then when I think about the potential loss of innocence of a child who picks up these books and are exposed to these images and ideas, it sickens me. One of the greatest joys of childhood is innocence. As a matter of fact, innocence is what makes a childhood what it is. Innocence, naivety, ignorance, childhood wonder. There are formative years and young years where children are not bogged down with unnecessary knowledge and facts, responsibilities and burdens, jobs and bills. No, they are in our care. We carry those burdens for them as they grow, and we try to ensure that we don't share those things with them too early. They often have ideas and thoughts about life and the world around them that makes us as adults smile and giggle. Sometimes it breaks our heart that one day we will have to introduce them to ideas, facts, and thoughts that are hard, sinful, and evil. And it should make us work that much harder to protect these few fleeting years of their precious childhood innocence. They have their whole life ahead of them to filter through, combat, and endure the culture, the media, the false doctrine, the evil of this world. Everything a child comes to know must be learned. As parents, we are often our child's first and most influential teachers. If we teach them that down is up and blue is red, that is what they will believe because they trust us, the parents and other adults in their lives, to teach them what's right, which is why the enemy has placed these books before them in the first place, to make such evil and filthy ideas seem normal and right to a young, impressionable child who should not have to carry the weight of such ideas yet in the first place. We work hard to ensure that certain ideas, lifestyle, sin is not put before our children before they are ready to handle them, before we have laid a firm foundation of truth, and before they have reached a certain age and maturity. It is our job to protect them and allow them to enjoy these years and to learn and grow in a wholesome environment. Now, as a grown 36-year-old, married almost 15 years with 3 children of my own, I could hardly stand to look at these books. It isn't just letters, words, and pictures. There is an ugly, nasty, filthy spirit on these books of lust and perversion that I don't want anywhere near my child, your child, or any child. And to think that these books are nestled in our public libraries, right in the children's section, where, other than when they get the drag queens to come in and read, it is thought to be a safe place for our children to roam under our supervision. It ought not be so. Now the question becomes, what do you know? Now that you know, what will you do? You can't raise every child in your neighborhood or every child in Spartanburg County, but there was once something called common sense and common decency. If you have not already, please go to cfad.org/books. It takes less than 1 minute out of the 1,440 that you have on today, and you can sign this petition. Your neighbors, your coworkers, your family, your friends, even your enemies need to be aware of the filth that children across this county are potentially exposed to when they walk into the children's section of our libraries. My mother taught us growing up that you didn't just spit your gum out on the ground, whether you were in the home or outside. You put it in the trash. No one likes stepping in gum. It's just common decency and courtesy to whoever will be walking this way after us. When you're driving down the street and a police car is near and you flash your lights at those headed that way, warning them to slow down. But you won't take the time to share with others what the children in this county are potentially exposed to each time they walk in the library, it's time to question what team you're actually playing for. Silence in many cases, and in this case, is compliance. Science is a disregard for every young, impressionable child that visits our library. Silence is condoning of that nasty spirit having access to a child. Silence is the aid of potential sexual bondage. Silence helps the perverted, over-sexualized agenda of our culture. Silence, your silence, could potentially change the trajectory of a child's future, having been exposed to these ideas without their parents' knowledge, impacting their life, their future, and their potential family. Silence could be the avenue in which this sneaks up on your own child, because unless someone had told us, it could have snuck up on ours. Do not comply. Whether outgoing or whether you are shy, share this. Expose this with others in the community, this state, and this nation. CFAD fights on many fronts. We seek to positively influence the family as a whole, as well as each member in it. Don't let our youngest, our most defenseless, our most impressionable down. Saints, let's fight. Please sign and share this petition. God bless you.